So you're thinking about moving to Westerville, Ohio. Well, in this video, we're going to take a look at a Google map, and I want to show you some of the places that I think are of interest for you and your family. It'll also give you an opportunity to see where Westerville, Ohio sits in the landscape of the greater Columbus, Ohio area. So you can see maybe how far your commute to work would be, or some area attractions and the distance that you would be from those things that you may have interest in. If you stick around to the end, there's a special place I want to let you know about that I think you will be glad that you visit if you take the opportunity to when you come and see Westerville, Ohio. So let's go ahead and get started. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure you click the subscribe button. Click the bell so you'll get notifications as well when new content is available. So you'll be some of the first people to know what's going on in the Columbus, Ohio housing market. My name is Daniel Case with Living in Columbus, Ohio. So let's go. My name is Daniel Case with Living in Central Ohio. And my goal is to be a guide, to be a resource for you. If you are thinking about making a move to the Columbus, Ohio area, to the greater Central Ohio area, I would love to be able to help you see what it would look like for you and your family to make a move here. I want to be able to help you be the hero for your family. You've done the hard work and gotten yourself ready to buy a home. Now let me help you make a wise decision so that you'll end up in a home that not only you love, but also in a community that you love as well. I get calls all the time from people just like you looking to move to Columbus, Ohio, and I want to help you like I'm able to help them make it a smooth move. So you can give me a call, you can text me, you can send me an email, you can comment on a video, and there's even a link in the description that you can set up a 30-minute Zoom call that I can get to know you better, see what it is that you really value and what it is you're looking for in your next home, and would love to be able to help you do that. Right now, we're talking about Westerville, Ohio, so let's get into the map and see some places of interest that I think you should know about. Let's go. All right, let's jump in here to the Google map as we look at living in Central Ohio, thinking about Westerville, Ohio, and want to show you where Westerville is at in regards to Central Ohio and Columbus, Ohio. I want to show you some of the things within Westerville that I think are really cool and very fun and neat places to be around. And also want to show you proximity to some of the places in Central Ohio, Columbus, Ohio that you might want to go to or need to go to depending on your job, your recreation, those kind of things. So we'll take a look here at the map, draw on some things, highlight a few things for you. So again, you can make a decision if this area of Central Ohio is the right area as we think about Westerville, Ohio. So we can see here on the map, the border here of Westerville, Ohio. We can see here very close to Hoover Reservoir, which if you've watched some of the other videos that I've talked about this really cool place and some of the really neat recreation that is available here. Again, there's a sailing club that you can sail on here. This is a reservoir that you can't use high-powered motors on boats. So there's a lot of pontoons that are out on this. There's a lot of kayaks, a lot of sup boards, those kind of things. Do a lot of fishing here as well. But you can also see from the map proximity to another body of water here in Central Ohio, Alum Creek Lake. A lot of camping opportunities here at Alum Creek. If we zoom in a little bit too, Alum Creek has a little state park beach area here, which is very nice. Opportunity to visit the lake, kind of gives you a little bit of that beach feel here. This is sand, nothing like being at the ocean, but is a nice thing to have just to go and swim and go ahead and do some things at Alum Creek Lake. Here you can do more water sports like skiing. Those kind of things are allowed on Alum Creek Lake that wouldn't be allowed on the reservoir. So again, proximity to Westerville, you've got some really cool opportunities not very far away if you're really into recreation, if you're really into being out on the water. So before we dig into some of the things going on here in Westerville, let's zoom out here a little bit and see a little bit of the bigger picture of Columbus, Ohio. So you can see where Westerville is located in relationship to all of Central Ohio and particularly Columbus, Ohio. So northeast corner of Columbus is where we're going to find Westerville. Up here, again, very easy access to a lot of spots within Central Ohio because of its proximity to 270. 270 is this main highway that goes around the outside of Columbus, Ohio, that can really get you just about anywhere that you need to go. Then we have our main interstates. This is Route 71 that comes down through. This is if you're going down here towards Cincinnati or up this way towards Cleveland. That's kind of your main interstate that you would use for that. And then we also have 315 that comes down the heart of Columbus as well. In this area we'll talk about is where the Ohio State University is at. So if you're coming here, have students in university, maybe you're coming here as a post-grad student, getting to do a residency at Ohio State. We'll show you a little bit more about what's going on there. And then from east to west here, we have I-70 that runs across here, so easily can get you out to Indianapolis or this way, heading into Pennsylvania, heading out towards the East Coast. Okay, so just to give you an idea, just proximity of where Westerville is and some of these main highways that go through Columbus that make it very easy, not only to navigate the city, but to get to a lot of things around Ohio as we are located here in Central Ohio. So if we were to zoom out even just a little bit farther here, just to give you a proximity of where we are in the state. Again, Central Ohio here right in the middle, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Pittsburgh out to our east, Indianapolis is what we have kind of going on here around us. So as we come back in and as we are focused here on Westerville, let's just start first of all with some of the major things around Columbus, Ohio that you may want to get to or navigate to, and the ease to be able to do that because of the proximity of Westerville, Ohio. So first thing might be the airport. So if you were to come right down here, 270, this 670 interchange right here is the Columbus International Airport. So this is where you would want to go if you are traveling, flying. Very easy to get here to the airport. Very nice airport, very easy to get in and out of. It is an international airport, but every time that I've flown out of John Glenn Columbus International, it's always been a good experience. A lot of direct flights to a lot of places across the United States as well. And Southwest has a hub here. They're always doing nonstop flights and adding those types of things in as they continue to grow that market here in Columbus, Ohio. So very easy to get to the airport. Again, we talked about from Westerville here, if you're a big fan of the Ohio State University, you're going to be able to get down here into this area, this university district, and down here in the university district is where the college is located for Ohio State. And this is where you're going to come down on Saturdays if you are interested in catching a game at the Horseshoe. Really neat experience, really neat culture around the university and getting able to tailgate, and just a really cool place to be. Tons of places down in the university district, even just to go and to watch football games, go ahead and watch some of the major events that are going on. A lot of just cool places around Ohio State. So proximity to Ohio State from Westerville, also very easy to get to, wouldn't take you very long at all. Another place on the north side here of the city, proximity to Westerville, is the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. We have a terrific zoo here in Columbus, Ohio. It's a highly rated zoo. We have a lot of great attractions that are a part of that, and really easy from here. You could easily jump on to 270, come around straight shot with some straight roads here, main roads to get to the zoo, or you being in Westerville, if you're on the north end, you can even come up here and sneak around the backside of what is now built up in Polaris on Powell Road here and make yourself easily able to avoid a lot of traffic to get over to the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. Columbus Zoo has stuff year round. They have wild lights in the winter. Really cool as they decorate the zoo with Christmas lights. We got Boo at the Zoo around Halloween. You can do some trick or treating there with your kids. And then obviously in the spring and summer, there's a ton of things going on. A really, really cool zoo. A lot of opportunities to go and do private tours and things like that. But some really cool animals that they have there. Really cool things that are consistently going on at the zoo. So that's a great fun family thing to do. And from Westerville, again, super easy proximity to be able to get there. Another cool place here in the Central Ohio area is down here at the Franklin Park Conservatory. Okay, this is a really cool place. Again, another family-friendly environment. They do different things throughout the year around the botanical gardens. Just a cool place to go visit. A lot of beautiful flowers and exhibits there that are just really neat to take in. So if that's something that you're interested, again, from Westerville, pretty easy just to get on 71, get down here to the east side on 16 from 71 on the east side of Columbus and get to the Franklin Park Conservatory and Botanical Gardens. Also, just another really cool place that's available down here. Also, as you get a little bit closer into downtown, there's just some really cool areas in downtown. We've got the Short North Arts District, which is a really cool walkable area where there's a lot of great restaurants. They do a gallery hop down there too, with a lot of the art exhibits being open on Friday evening. Just a cool place to walk down through there. There's also the North Market, which is a big indoor kind of food hall where you can walk around and experience a lot of different food from all over the world. Just a really cool area down here in the Short North District. Also, Nationwide Arena is down here downtown. If you're a hockey fan, this is our professional sports team in Columbus, Ohio, the Columbus Blue Jackets. So you can go down and catch a game at Nationwide Arena. There's also a ton of concerts and different productions that come through Nationwide Arena throughout the year. Also, we have a minor league baseball team at Huntington Park here. We have the Columbus Clippers. So you can go and see a minor league baseball team game. Really cool park, not a bad seat in the whole place. A ton of fun to be able to experience that as well. And I would be remiss to mention also our other professional sports team down here in Columbus, Ohio, is our MLS soccer team, the Columbus Crew. Lower.com Field, also another cool venue to go and watch a professional sports game. Not really a bad seat in the house here as well. And the Columbus Crew are a very competitive team, won the MLS Cup a couple of years ago. Always put on a very good game, always fun to go down there. Great place to visit. So down here in the Arena District, there's just a lot going on in downtown Columbus, whether it be shopping, whether it be entertainment, whether it be sports. Tons of bands come through Columbus, Ohio. There's a lot of really cool venues for musicians to play in and around Central Ohio as well down here in Columbus. Another area activity for kids, COSI, the Center of Science and Industry, a lot of hands-on kind of exhibits that you can go through here with your kids. Really fun experience. They bring in some different exhibits from time to time for you to be able to go down and experience as well. So COSI, also another cool part of downtown Columbus. And again, if you're living in Westerville, these are all very, very close, easy things to get to, easy proximity to things like that. If you like to get outside and do some hiking, get into the hills, it's pretty flat here around Columbus, Ohio. There's not a lot of hills, but you can easily, if you were to come down here, Route 33, make your way south here, just a little bit over an hour and a half drive or so to this area of Logan. And down here in this area of Logan, we have some really cool things going on with caves and waterfalls and just a lot of cool places just to go hiking. Old Man's Cave is a very famous place down here in Logan. and it's just a really cool place to be able to come down and get out in nature and get to hike around. There's tons of Airbnbs down here too. So if you're looking for just a little weekend getaway in the woods, there's some really cool terrain down here, some rolling hills to come down in Logan, and then obviously a lot of cool little shops and things like that in Logan as well to be able to visit. So again, from Westerville, you're looking at just about an hour and a half drive as you're thinking about where Westerville is up here. As you would make your way around 270, get on 33, a really nice drive here down to Logan. And again, just some really, really cool things that you can do down in this area. If you love being outdoors and just kind of getting out away from the hustle and bustle of the city. This is a cool thing about Central Ohio is proximity to areas like this in Logan. And a lot of cool things happening on throughout the year as well, as far as different festivals and different things that you can do as well. And then also out to the east of Central Ohio, we have Buckeye Lake. Buckeye Lake, again, another body of water that is an opportunity to get out and do some fishing, some water skiing. There's also some cool things being built up around Buckeye Lake where they have a Buckeye Lake winery. There's some cool places out there that they'll have different festivals and music as well out here in Buckeye Lake. So again, if you like being on the water, cool opportunity just to get out and be able to spend some time on the water with these different areas that are all, again, in pretty close proximity to Westerville, Ohio. All right, let's take a moment. Let's look at some of the hot spots here in Westerville that I think you just would want to know about, want to understand where they are. Again, Westerville has talked about this city that is in a park. And if you start to look around some of these green spaces, you'll notice that there are just a ton of parks around Westerville. Enniswood Metro Gardens, just a really, really cool place to walk around. Again, tons of different flowers and exhibits. Just a really beautiful place to be at. But there's all these little parks just within these different areas as well that have playgrounds, that have areas for you just to do some hiking and do some walking. Again, there's over 50 miles of bike path in Westerville that can take you all the way from the Hoover Park Reservoir all the way into Allen Creek Park North and just connect you to a bunch of these different areas, which is just really, really cool. So just a lot of cool green space parks. And then just outside of Westerville is Sharon Woods, which is a huge park that's got a lot of green space and a lot of trails out there as well. So again, you're just surrounded by a lot of really neat areas to be able to have kind of those experiences just to get out in nature, even though you live on the outskirts of a pretty large metropolitan area here in Central Ohio and Columbus, Ohio. So I think that's just a really cool thing about Westerville is its proximity to a lot of these different parks. Again, we have Hoover Reservoir over here, which has just some really, really cool things about it. It's got the Hoover Dam that you can walk across. There's a disc golf course on the backside of it. Again, all through here is walking and running paths that you can just go for miles and miles on the water, which is just really, really cool and really, really fun. And then again, if you're big into running and cycling, you don't want to be doing that in suburban streets where there's a lot of potential to get hit, especially if that's early morning, late at night. Tons of space to be able to do that on really safe paths. And then if you come out here behind some of this area just outside of Westerville, you've got some really just kind of more country roads back here that there's a lot less going on, that you can have some really good stretches to be able to get out on your bike, get out and run without worrying about a lot of traffic. Okay. Another cool place here in Westerville, the Highland Park Aquatic Center. This is the really the Westerville pool, but they've got just some really neat water slides, splash pads. They have a really cool lazy river here and just some really nice green space and park space around here. This is just a really cool place to be in the summer when it's really hot, to be able to go and just cool down at this swimming pool right here off of Spring Street is the Highland Park Aquatic Center. Again, these are a ton of just neighborhoods right around here. So you easily could, live on some of these streets, walk over here to the Highland Park Aquatic Center, baseball fields there, A lot of things going on, really just easy to get to and move around. Another cool place here in Westerville is the Westerville Community Center. This is a really, really cool place. And this is a place too, if you get onto their website, they actually have a little tour video that they'll take you through the whole facility. But there is some really beautiful things here, like an indoor water park that they've got, lap pools. They have tons of basketball courts and free weights and workout rooms and group classes. Really, really cool community center. If you're into working out and you're into really just being active and want to do some of that in the winter months when it gets a little bit cold around here in Central Ohio, the community center is just a great place to go and to be able to do that. Now, right here in the center of Westerville, we have State Route 3 that runs up through the middle of Westerville. And here in the center of Westerville, we have some really cool things that happen and go on here. This is where we have what's known as Uptown Westerville. So it's not a downtown area. It's called Uptown Westerville. And if you do the complete tour video that I did, I'll take you through some of the places there. One of my favorite local hotspots is here in Uptown Westerville, but just a really, really beautiful area through here. Very historic, just some really neat old buildings. High Bank Distillery just came. This is just opened in an old post office building here in Westerville. One of my favorite places to get a burger in all of Columbus. This is their third location here in Central Ohio. Really, really great food. Definitely a place that I think you should check out at some point is High Bank Distillery. That's one of my favorite places to go. My favorite coffee shop down here is called Espresso Air. It's a really, really cool coffee shop that is located right down here in Uptown Westerville. And let me just kind of show you a little street view here, just to kind of give you an idea of kind of what it feels like. Here's Espresso Air. This is one of my favorite places here right on the corner of State Street and Main Street. Just a really cool old downtown, but it's called Uptown in Westerville feel. So just a ton of little shops, little art places, furniture company places, just a really, really cool place that you can park, walk around and, check out some really cool little shops, like some custom jewelry shops, grab a bite to eat at High Bank, sit and work on some things at Espresso Air, and just a really, really cool place here in Uptown Westerville. One of my favorite areas for sure is here in this Uptown Westerville area. I mentioned the Uptown Deli and Brew, really, really cool place to grab a lunch. That's located here in Uptown Westerville as well. And again, this is a university town. Otterbein University is here in Westerville. So again, this Uptown Westerville gets a really cool feel because of that university feel of things going on here at the university at Otterbein. Really, really beautiful campus, really cool places to for students to live on campus down in this area of Otterbein. Just a really, really cool place. Very historic buildings down here as well. The university's been around since 1847. They have college sports and a lot of activities. It's a liberal arts college. They bring a lot of things into Westerville. So if you're wanting to see some different plays, productions, there's opportunities there at Otterbein University because of some of the things that are brought in because of the university being here in Westerville. So overall, again, just a really, really cool place to live. And then if you're a person that loves shopping, there's really, really great shopping, really, really close on a couple of the corners of Westerville. Right over here off of Polaris Parkway, just to the west of Westerville is this area called Polaris Fashion Place, indoor style mall, tons of shops, really thriving mall. So if you love indoor shopping, and it is just surrounded by great places to eat, movie theater up here. There's a big Cabela's if you're an outdoor fan. There's your Costco. There's an IKEA, so you can just load up the minivan with boxes of furniture to put together. We got a Top Golf not too long ago, the driving range where you hit it out into the open air. They've got little heated bays. You can do that year round. Really fun area to go here up in Polaris. So again, right around the corner from where you are here in Westerville is all these things in Polaris. So again, here's Westerville. That area here with all that shopping is located right here in Polaris. So very easily from Westerville, you can get over here and do a ton of shopping, which is just, again, if you want that, you want accessibility to a lot of those kind of things, super easy to get to it. And then there's one more spot here just to the south of Westerville. That's another great opportunity to get some shopping in, and that's down here at Easton Town Center. And Easton Town Center is more of a walkable market. They have a little indoor area that's got a movie theater and some stores and shops, but just a ton of outdoor things that you can walk around and be able to do a lot of shopping here at Easton. And again, at Easton, there's a ton of different stores and restaurants that are available. You got your Trader Joe's over here, your big Macy's store, the Apple store here at Easton, a Dick's Sporting Goods, another Costco, a Whole Foods, Pins Mechanical as well. Just some really cool and fun things to do in this area. Very neat area to walk around and just be able to do a lot of shopping. And again, that is just a very easy, quick drive from where you are up here in Westerville, just to jump on 270, get off here at Morse Road, or just a little bit beyond that, and you've got all this area down here to do a ton of shopping. So if you're wanting to be close to a lot of things where you can get a lot of shopping in, again, another great opportunity because of proximity for Westerville to be a place that you could do that. So again, if you're thinking about living in Central Ohio, Westerville might be the right place for you if you like proximity to things like shopping, if you like having that university feel to a town, that uptown kind of downtown old school area that's got a lot of cool restaurants and shops, and you love being close to some really cool things that you can do outside involving being around water, being around parks. Man, so much of that is going on here in Westerville. If you're interested in what kind of homes are available in this area, go ahead and check out my Westerville Complete Tour video. I'll also be highlighting some new builds in this area that aren't technically in Westerville. They're actually located just here on the back side of the reservoir, but there's a lot of areas in here that are starting to get built up with a lot of new homes. Most of the areas in Westerville here, this is an older suburb, so there's not a ton of places to build new homes in this Westerville area, so it's kind of expanding out here on the backside of the reservoir, but still keeps you in close proximity to a lot of the things that you would want to be a part of. You just have to watch in some of these areas that they're no longer Westerville schools. So if a really good school system is important for you, you highly value that, you get that when you live within Westerville. But if you want just proximity to a lot of the things that you can find in Westerville, but you maybe want to get into a new build, a new house, you may have to look just outside a little bit here of Westerville to be able to get some of those things, but might compromise a little bit on the school district. So again, if you got questions about any of these places, if you have a desire to get more information, check out some of these other videos that we've got. I'd love to be able to help you understand and see a little bit more about what's going on in Westerville, Ohio, and what's it like living here in Central Ohio.
Well, thanks for sticking around to the end. And again, please subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Again, all my contact information is in the description. I would love to be able to help you. If you are thinking about moving in 1 month or 1 year, I would love to be the one call that you make as you're thinking about living in Central Ohio, to be able to help you make that a smooth move. The place I think you should check out that I pointed out on the Google Map tour is High Bank Distillery. In my opinion, best burger in all of Columbus. The burger sauce is just right. So if you're in the mood for a great burger, the aesthetics of the place in Westerville, it's an old post office. It's just a really cool place to go grab a meal with friends or with family. So be sure you check out High Bank Distillery the next time you're in Westerville, Ohio. If I missed anything, please make a comment. Let me know of some things that maybe you would want to know where they are in Westerville, or things that you think are great about Westerville. Look forward to seeing you on the next video.